guys, so welcome back. Thanks for clicking. So you won't believe how this man converted to Islam. So let's check it out, guys.
My name is John Nelson. I'm 69 years old. I was born in San Diego, California. I was the first person in the family to go to university. It was the 60s. And so what did I become? A philosophy major, which drove him crazy because he thought, what's the point? You're not going to do anything with that. Anyway, when I was a young man, I was raised as a Catholic. And when I finished the 8th grade, I thought that I would become a priest. So I entered a seminary, a prep seminary. I became Muslim in December 2010. Two experiences which happened to me were wake-up calls in the middle of the night. I was sleeping, I live alone, and in the middle of the night I heard a voice, a very loud voice, and it was in English, and it said, "Pray." And I thought, this has not happened to me before, so I thought, okay. And then in my mind I just said, I don't know how to pray. And the voice again said, in English, "Pray." And then two thoughts crossed my mind. One of them was, I believe, and the other one was, I submit. Just thoughts. So I closed my eyes and I went back to sleep. 4 weeks or 5 weeks later, same thing. Middle of the night, I hear a voice, and the voice this time says, "Read." And there happened to be a copy of the Quran on my bed table. One that someone from work had given me after I first came to the UAE. And I used to read it and look through it at night, and kind of transition between being my work day and then going to sleep. That's all I used it for. And then after a while I stopped reading, and so I just set it there. But it was there, and so I turned the light on, and I got the book, and I began to read. And then the thought occurred to me, this is not a book for you to read and relax, and this is not a transition for you between your day job and going to sleep at night. There is something in this book, and you need to read this. And that's what the whole purpose, that's why this book is here. This is the beginning of our adult relationship with God, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is where we recognize who we are and who He is and what our relationship is with Him. For me, the real benefit of Islam, its direction and its connection. Because I know that if I follow the principle and the spirit of this religion, this Islam, this submission, that I'm not going to go wrong. My biggest concern was and is my family. At the time, I was completely wrapped up in this experience. But when I went back home and met my wife, I did not discuss this with her. I was going back home in 3 weeks, so I went and I told her that I'd become Muslim. And if you're married, you can imagine what she said. She said, "You didn't talk to me about this? You didn't talk about this?" I said, "It's not something that I can ask your permission for. Just as when your relationship with God, I cannot say don't do that." What Islam has taught me that everything has its time. It's not a time of your choosing, it's not a time of my choosing. The opening is from God. So if our heart is open and our mind is open, then it can come to us. If it's closed, then it's not going to come. My recommendation, however old you are, is listen to that part of you, listen to that voice, and follow that voice, and trust in that voice. Because the person who's giving that voice the words that calling you is the God that created you. You have to find inside that connection. You make that connection with yourself and with the God that created you, and then you will be connected with everything around you, including your family.
I'm speechless, guys. This man was once a Christian. Even though a voice, you heard a voice telling you, pray, pray. Does that mean the voice telling you to pray in Islam, or you should pray in Christianity? Like you should pray as a Christian, or you should pray as a Muslim? Because me, that explanation, I don't know, it was not enough proof to me. It was not enough proof that that was the voice from Allah. It can be the voice from God, Lord, from Christianity. It might be that God is telling him to read the Bible and not the Quran. I understand the story, but sometimes you have to put one plus one, try to understand how this came about. But what me I can say is that his heart was already drawn to Islam. His heart was already drawn to Islam. So when he heard that voice pray, that's why he quickly, started praying in as a Muslim, because he was already getting connected to Islam. And the same thing as read the Quran is like all of his part, more than 50% of himself has already drawn to Islam. So that's what I can say, guys. That is the reason why he was able to, heed to the voice that okay, and he was able to recognize the voice to be his Allah voice. You get it? That was a beautiful story. That was a beautiful one. And the part whereas his wife was shocked, it's a normal thing for a partner to be surprised, because how? And there's sometimes that even though the man said he's not of like he can take his decision, but there's some decision that you need to let your partner know, so that it will not come to them as a shock. A partner is a partner. So to me, I believe he should have made or told the partner that okay, this I know everything started within a twinkle of an eye. It all started when he didn't expect it. Islam came when he was not even ready. Everything just came suddenly. So I'm sure that's the reason why he thought about it, that there's no need for me telling my wife, she'll get to know later. But despite it all, immediately you had that, that zeal, you have that push to actually convert to a religion. You should let your partner know. It's very, very important. Well, that was a beautiful story and I enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.